Hey everyone, it's William Pry, also known as Nexus. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into Subway Super Exciting My Tears of Scares for anime opens. Now I'm ranking all opens of anime opens. The tier system of anime opens from S to F. The tiers are represent now the songs that do now hear the breakdown. S is great songs that give you the chills. A is second best but still amazing. B is third best, solid songs, but not quite there yet. C is meh, not bad but not great either. D is come on. These just didn't make the mark. F is oh my, that stinks. We just leave those behind. Remember, I'll be doing 2 opens per rank. Just and also just one per year. So, Shangri-La Frontier. I know it's actually a fault. If it is Shangri-La Frontier or Apothecary Diary, if it carries it to the winter, I will actually only cover the first song or the second song for the other year. So let's get to the tiers. Guys, I did not say about 2, but I actually instead I'm actually going to do one of each of the 90s, 20s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. Let's kick off the S tier with the 90s. First up in the 90s of S tier with Smile Bomb. Smile Bomb is by Yu Yu Hakusho. From Yu Yu Hakusho. This is a bomb that is energetic and vibe that is positive and a legendary anime for a legendary open for a legendary anime. No question, S tier. Slide into S tier for the 2000 Itabi no Chuji. The soft piano and beautiful vocals, a pure atmosphere that is a peaceful atmosphere that is pure S tier and deserve S tier. For 2000's S tier is 99 by Mob Psycho 100. This is a crazy experimental explosion, a creative hell, a beat that goes crazy, and the visuals match the chaos and can go on. Finally, wrap up the 2020. The S tier is the 2020 Wild Side from Beastars. Dark and gritty with the middle style acts like a charming ditty with them dancing, but it ends with with uh, with the rabbit gate Haru get eaten. It turned out that it's actually a darker tone for the show, and it's actually a civilized, stylish, symbolic, and unforgettable. S tier, no doubt. Honestly, now we're headed on to A tier, and let's get into it. Let's start off with B tier. For B tier is 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 for the 90s is One Piece. Actually, for eight, I'm at A tier for the 90s is One Piece. Is We Are from One Piece. This actually we set things to set sail. Adventure, hype, and free spirit. It's solid to set sail for the 2000s is again from Full Metal Alchemist. This song is actually really good for A tier in emotional weight, but it actually A tier for a reason. And not like it, I don't like it too much, but it's actually S tier, and not quite S tier. It's it and one of the dark and raw vocals, haunted and melody, but powerful. That why it's S tier. Die Do for the 2020s. Honestly, this is a real quite not catchy, and not quite catchy enough for S tier. That's it for A tier, and like move on to B tier. Time for B tier. For B tier, for the 90s for B tier is Moonlight Desetsu from Sailor Moon, or the Sailor Moon theme song. This is a classic Sailor Moon theme song. Soft as but not. It doesn't hit hard to everyone, but if you're a diehard Sailor Moon fan, it does hit hard, but in land beat hard. But in nostalgia for that carry hard. For 2000, it's Full Metal Alchemist Melissa for B tier. It's a solid, no doubt that the assume vocals that it's a solid, mellow, and bruv. It doesn't compare to Brotherhood, but it actually doesn't hit hard, hit the same. But so yeah, B tier. For 2010s, it's actually the B tier of the hero from One Punch Man. This actually get you hype and it's fast paced, but it's not the layer higher because it's a great time, but it's actually B tier for a reason. For 2020, it's Kasabo from Beastar. This is actually a cool style, and compared to Wildside, this is it's actually catchy, yeah, but it's not a breakout to B tier. B tier is actually running down nostalgia greatness. Let's and on to C tier. For C tier, let's go to had Chala Chala from Dragon Ball Z. It's not iconic to everybody, but in respect to the legacy to everybody, it kind of goofy and epic. But um, I'm actually going to say this. When I actually made the script, I didn't know the script was going to be made from here, so don't judge me. So I'm actually putting in C tier. Next, for the 2000 is Fukumori from Soft and Chillin'. That is actually open. That is background music. That is C tier for the 2010s. Inferno from Fire Force. A cool beat that is actually a that does it beat the heat for the decade, but it's actually C tier for the 2010, for the 2020s. Crybaby. Yeah, love and unique vocals that doesn't match the vibe, but it's C tier. But honestly, it not carry a lot of weight, but starting. Let's get into the D tiers. For D tier is I Wanna Be a Hero from Pokemon Chronicles. Yeah, this is I tried to ride the main Pokemon theme, but it felt flat because the generic is actually D tier. For D tier for the 2000, it Dan Kuro Hakuri from Dragon Ball GT. I know some folks are nostalgia, but the soft melody of the Dragon Ball, no hype, no punch. It just match up with Epic. Sorry, GT fans. D tier. For 2010s, Hello Sleepwalkers, Noragami Altaro. This actually the visuals are cool. That is it's actually tried to be edgy. The background noise is actually is like background noise, but get a second. For the 2020s, D tier is The Boy from Wrecking King. I love the anime, but I love Boji, but the open is too bright and poppy. That his heavy doesn't match the tone and love the show, not the intro. D tier is starring D tier. Honestly, let's actually get into the next the final ones, the F tiers. Now it's time for the final tier, the F tiers. The F tiers are the final tier. Oh come on, how come this is stinks? For F tier, Love Tracker Bra from the 90s. This is actually kind of like a carnival ride that is weird but kind of fun, but that's straight F tier. For the 2000 Super Shooter from Gantz. Honestly, it just noise that man, that visuals that record into the dark band and tone. Honestly, trash F tier. Now for 2000s, a Dream of Life Bakuman. It sounds like man to deep and dull, no energy, no excitement, and worst of it all is when shown in the hype up, that's at F tier. For 2020, it's Twilight from Boruto. Honestly, Boruto is actually a sequel series to Naruto, but it's bland and spiral. It doesn't live up to Naruto, but honestly, don't forget to brush your teeth. F tier. Honestly, with all these tiers, I actually will say F tier is the worst. Have a good day, guys. Bye.